Adventure and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with our next guest, also performing in the classic rock competition at the South Florida Fair. Welcome to the show, the Lovecats, a tribute to The Cure.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
So, I got to tell you, that's a tough one to do a tribute to, I think. I think you have to be really, really talented to pull that off. And I've watched your videos, and you guys kill it.
Appreciate it. A lot of hard work.
I think it's possible. You'll probably win the competition. Of course, I think I'm going to say that in every interview. This way, no matter what, I'm right.
Yep.
I think it should just be a tie. Just everybody's the best.
Yeah. Participation trophies all around.
I know, right? No, but seriously, how'd this all get started?
Rod, we'll throw that to you. He started it all.
All right. Well, I mean, to go back into history here, in 2003, I had a friend that approached me to do a Cure tribute show that was going to be hosted by Corey Feldman.
Wow.
And this was at the Hard Rock in Miami. And I got together a band, and it went extremely well. In fact, it went so well that I'm like, man, I should do this again someday. And years later, I just came up with the idea again. And I'm like, man, this is a winner. I know it would be big. I know it would go good. And I was right. I was actually right. We've done pretty good for ourselves. So I resurrected that idea, and I knew Nick. I was going to play bass. Couldn't find a guitar player, so I ended up playing guitar, and I got Nikki, and then I put an ad in a magazine, and Howie, he came up, and he was our godsend because he's the man.
Nice. And I love that you mentioned Corey Feldman, because I actually interviewed him when he performed at Riot Fest.
No way. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a pretty funny dude, man. It was actually a really good interview, and he definitely gets into it on stage for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, have you guys played the South Florida Fair before?
Yes, we played last year. Was our first time at the fair, and to be honest, that was our first paying gig.
Wow.
First paying big was the biggest stage gig ever. 4 months as a band.
I was snowboarding in the Alps.
Yeah.
I was surfing in Costa Rica.
We were on stage.
I'm not snowboarding, I'm surfing myself.
There you go. So what do you think after performing at the fair last year and now you're coming back for the competition? What are your vibes as the artist doing this at the fair?
Nick, you want to take that one?
Well, I don't even know how to answer that question. That's on you. That's a good one.
That stage is absolutely incredible. Like I said, that was our first paid gig, and Rod, our lead guitarist and the guy that put the band together, wasn't even there last year. So we got a fill-in guy. Ivan did a great job for us. We ended up being fourth behind a band, Nirvana, with two N's that I love. I've seen them a dozen times before this, and I got to share the stage with them. So to me, it was like, wow, this is great. And then this year, we have a friend of ours band, Wide Awake U2 cover band. They're playing with us again this year. They were there last year. They're super cool dudes. So it's just a great environment, a bunch of bands hanging out backstage together, playing in front of big crowds. The fair is great. I mean, you can't beat it. It's awesome.
I love it. And I think I saw that Nirvana band win several years back, and they they were killer.
Yes.
And yeah, what I love about it, because I've been at fairs like all over the country, and the South Florida Fair seems to have the best, at least for me, music and atmosphere for music. Like, you're right there at the amphitheater anyway. So it's like, it's that kind of atmosphere, like not like a fair, but like a concert or like a festival.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
totally felt like a concert. I mean, the huge stage, everybody was coming up to the stage dancing. So you look out in the crowd and really you just feel like you're looking at thousands of people. It's awesome. Really good setup.
So how do they kind of pick? What happens to pick the bands that are in the competition on the first?
So it is a website that you have to submit a ton. I mean, it was like a darn job application. You know, you have to submit websites, you have to submit your blood type, you have to submit, the first of kin. There's just a ton of stuff you submit, and then they they rack and stack. I don't know how they do their rack and stack, but they come back and say, hey, you're in, and
Nice.
away we go. Yeah, so it's pretty great.
Cool. And so how could you describe to the listeners what they can expect at one of your live shows?
So for us, Lovecats, we are a Cure tribute, and if you look at us right now, you wouldn't say we look exactly like the Cure, but when we get on stage, we have the makeup, we have the outfits, and we have the sound to go along with the look. So we give a really authentic Cure live concert. So you'll see the hair, you'll see the makeup, you'll see Nikki, the bass player, running around stage like a crazy man, slouching like Simon does. Rodrigo, he looks like Pearl Thompson rather. And then our keyboardist, she actually looks like Roger O'Donnell.
In miniature form.
Look to him. So and then our drummer, it just keeps it all tight. And so you really the feedback we get is just as good as a live Cure concert.
Even our drummer looks like Cooper now too.
Yeah.
It looks like him kind of. So.
And I gotta tell you too, I don't know. I'm kind of the opinion sometimes tribute bands are better than not necessarily the band they're paying tribute to, but other bands, that are playing their original music, because I think there's so much more work that goes into what you guys are doing in order to make it a good live show.
Yeah, I mean, it really helps to have that, a great band to look up to, and then just kind of emulate them, and then we take it to the next level because we all love the Cure so much. It's like we want to get that out to everybody. And what's crazy is, Cure's an older band; they've been around for 40 plus years. Our shows, everybody, all ages, and they know the songs, they know the lyrics, singing along with us. That's just awesome. You know what I mean? Like, right there in our faces is so cool.
Well, that's something I love about today's world compared to the world we came from, because it's basically like the kids now, they like the new music, but they also like the old music. Like, I remember being at shows in the 80s, and I would never want to be at a show with somebody my age there hanging out. And the band was like my age. Like, I used to go to Metallica shows when they first started. Mm-hmm. My age, yep. Only a little bit older, and Slayer and Motley Crue and stuff like that. And, you went because they were your age. But I see now all these festivals I go to that kids are out there for those same bands that I was out there for.
Yeah, man, the internet's great. They're exposed to everything.
Looks like parents are a big influence too. Like I saw Weezer and Dinosaur Jr. recently, and there were a lot of parents with their kids, including me. I went with my daughter, who's the keyboard player, to the Lovecats, and she's a big Weezer fan, and it was great to see, pops and daughter or son. It's multi-generational. It's great, and there's a lot of young Cure fans I'm finding. It's great.
Oh, absolutely, and it's pretty interesting too what you're saying, because back when I was younger, there was the music taste between me and my father, not even close. Okay. But yet I've brought my kids and my grandkids to festivals and concerts with me. And so it's kind of cool that we live in a time where it is multi-generational.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Like, I think my dad liked the Monkees.
Or Lawrence Welk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So what else do you guys got planned after the fair?
So the 15th, we have a show in Pompano at a restaurant called Revelry. Awesome food, awesome vibe. They have bands there all the time, good stage. So we have that. And then back at Pompano Brewery on the 12th of April. And then we got some dates lined up in Lake Fort Worth up there in West Palm Beach County. That is a kick butt town. Lake Worth Beach, rather. Lake Worth Beach. Man, there's tons of bars, tons of good music scene going on there, tons of good places to play. Man,
you would go over well at Propaganda there.
Yeah, we played there a couple times
already.
Yeah,
It's been great.
Yep, Propaganda.
There.
I'd like to see you also play, and you may have before, at Respectable Street in West Palm.
We're talking
That's our
at
next
Respectable
show.
Street. Yep. We've played at Crazy Uncle Mike's, if you're familiar with that in Boca Raton. That's a great stage, big stage. Lots of
And our recent show at Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews up in Lake Worth Beach. Again, another really good, nice stage, outdoors, good crowd.
Nice.
Yeah. So we've got the year 25 is pretty booked up for us, actually.
That's that's way cool to hear.
Yeah.
And it's funny. So our studios are in Wellington, and we have the amphitheater there where a lot of tribute bands play. And then I live over on Singer Island, so you got Abacoa has a cool amphitheater there.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a lot of cool places. Like I think South Florida is into the tribute band like vibe.
Yeah, we're all in other bands, and it seems to me that in the last 2 years, tribute bands just get booked everywhere. They're everywhere. So we're killing it with The Cure, and like I said, getting booked almost every month in 2025 here already. So tribute bands are out there. People really want to see them.
The success of this band has surpassed our expectations.
Wow,
we've grown.
Yeah, you wouldn't think, right?
A lot.
Yep,
exponentially.
Yeah, at first you're probably just doing it for fun. You don't even think it's going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah. Well, Rod knew it.
Surprisingly, it actually went very fast. Like,
I kind of envisioned it. I envisioned what's happening. So I kind of saw I don't know. I just had this vision, and I went with it, and I got the right people together, and here we are.
Well, that's the key.
We were serious about it from the start, because again, that first show that we had was only 4 months in as a band, so that's a very short amount of time to start. So from there on, again, it just grew exponentially. That show was a nice centerpiece there to have us just expand, and now it's like every month. So far, the only thing we don't have is we're missing March. We need something for March, but everything is lining up, so it's been great.
I love it. And so, out of the three of you, each one answer this. What's your favorite song to perform?
Rod, you go first.
Okay. I kind of like Fascination Street. It's got power. It's got vibe. It's gothy. It's dark. It's fun. It's powerful. It's just, it's a bit challenging. Not that it's technically challenging, but there's a lot of just some arpeggios, and I have fun playing it. It's just I feel something when I play that one.
Very cool.
One of my favorites, I'd say.
Nick, you?
Well, these guys know two of my favorite ones, but as of lately, playing live, the best one, because it just feels amazing. The crowd reciprocates so well to it, is Letter to Elise. It's got such a bang to it. It's a really good song.
Beautiful.
When you play live.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it's Push. I love, a nice 4-minute intro. That's all guitar and drums bringing you right in. And then, just his expression and his feelings screaming right into the mic, go, go, go. It's awesome. That's my favorite. That gives me goosebumps when we start off a set with that song.
I love hearing that. And so, question, in this age that we live in with the track mentality, how do you find your audience? Yeah, right. how you find your audience likes that long intro. Like, I come from a time that's what made it cool, and nowadays it seems like before you even got to the meat of the song, people are leaving because of the goldfish attention span.
Yeah, when you get a Cure audience and they know the Cure songs, people are coming wearing the Cure gear to our shows. They know what to expect. So, Pictures of You is a 7-minute song. Not a whole lot of 7.5 minute songs out there. So they know what to expect. And if we don't play it right, they let us know. Hey, you're short. That's supposed to be longer. So yeah, it really, with a Cure show, people kind of expect it to sound just like it, and we do it. Whether that's long or short, we're going to do it.
And that's why I said too about how it's harder to be a tribute band, because the people that are coming to your shows, they know the music pretty well. So they're definitely going to be very critical. So you better be good. So that's a testament to you guys. You guys are badass, because that's why you're blowing up. If you weren't good, you wouldn't blow up. So everybody needs to check you out on February 1st and make sure that you guys win.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Scream the loudest for the Lovecats.
There it is.
We take our art seriously. I mean, we're copycats, but we're taking it very seriously, down to the sound. I mean, we work on our tones, on our guitars and basses and everything. To sound a lot. As much as the record as possible. It's a lot of mad science tweaking on the effects.
Oh, and the Cure definitely has their own sound, so that makes it even more difficult. There's like nobody that really sounds like the Cure.
Yep.
That's right.
It takes a lot of pedals.
Yeah. I keep buying more.
So tell everybody how they reach out to you on socials, on the web, any of your contact information, what they should look out for.
Got it. So we are on Instagram. It's Lovecats Band Florida, or Lovecats Band FL. Just type that into Instagram. You'll find us. From there, you'll see a link to our Facebook page. Again, Lovecats Band FL. And then that'll also take you onto our YouTube site. Again, Lovecats Band FL on YouTube. Search that, and you'll see our videos from our latest shows, as well as all the events we have coming up. We keep Instagram pretty much up to date, as well as Facebook, with everything we got brewing.
And I do have to say that I have been at a Cure show recently, a festival, and I look at your videos on YouTube, and I'm like, that looks like the same band.
Thanks a lot, Pipeman. That really does mean something, because we try really, really hard to
when
get
he
it.
gets off the stage, people actually go take pictures with him.
I know, right? Oh my God. That must be so much fun too, because it's just kind of cool to get that, even though they know you're not the real person. So that also, again, says how talented you are.
Yeah, there's always the after show pictures. It's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then they shoot those onto our Instagram, so you get on there and you see everybody's pictures from the show. It's awesome.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on February 1st. Everybody show up to the South Florida Fair and check out the competition, and everybody root for the Lovecats, of course.
Lovecats.
I'm going to say that about every band I interview, but maybe they'll only listen to this interview.
Exactly.
Yes. We know you have a special place in your heart for us.
There you go. Well, thanks a lot, guys. You are badass, and I can't wait to see your set. And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
All right, thanks, Pipeman. We'll see you first.
See you there.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.